Hello gamers and welcome to my first match against ManedWolf in the Steel Division League in the replay version. I've uploaded the live version already. ManedWolf plays with, quickly double check, with first Pancerna on Maverick income, and I play with Panzergrenadier Großdeutschland on balanced income. The map is Slutsk. And let's first take a look at the decks. So this is the first Pancerna deck with Maverick income. It's a Polish division. I think they are quite decent. You've got this Morris vehicle. That's interesting. It's got Bren gun and AP shells actually, like a tank rifle. It's not too shabby. It's got a Cromwell, and then that's all in A phase. In the infantry tab, he's got the Streltsy as his cheap line infantry and the Saperzi with Piat, 200 meter range, and some leaders. And then he's got more Streltsy in B phase and some close quarter combat units and more Streltsy in C phase. Not that much of choice here. It's actually 4 points. The fourth cut, but he's got lots of tanks. He's got a lot of Cromwell tanks. They're actually very decent speed, okay-ish armor, not that great, for example compared to the frontal armor of a Stück. But it's got AG and AP shells, so 1.5 kilometers range with a Cromwell 5, and then there's the Cromwell 7, faster, more armor. The Firefly with 2 kilometers range, that's a force to be reckoned with. Nice with the logo here. And then he's got the Sherman, so a huge variety of tanks here actually. And more of the strong Fireflies, 170mm penetration. Another Firefly 5C and another Cromwell 5 as kind of like a last resort all-out attack tank. For the numbers in C phase. Then he's got the Vickers, another Cromwell here, Cromwell 6 with an infantry support gun, 2 kilometers range, quite a good choice I think. And the classic ammunition truck, and the commander, no mortars. Interesting. But the mortars actually are not very good. 540 meters is very difficult to use. In the anti-tank tab he's got 6-pounders and 17-pounder, and the Achilles tank destroyer. Is that an M10A tank? Presumably. So long range, good penetration, not so good armor. In the anti-air tab it's just 2 Crusader tanks, no Bofors whatsoever. Possibly, even though it would have been only 1 point here. Maybe he knows play Großdeutschland and I don't have such an air force, but we'll see. Okay, here in the artillery tab there were up some proper mortars now, but he didn't take them. He took a howitzer only, but it creates smoke as well, and that's why it possibly already comes in A phase. In the air he's got the Hurricane, Spitfire, Mark 9C, which is his main fighter airline with excellent agility but bad resilience. He brings it 1 battered. And then he's got the Mosquito, medium resilience, heavy bomber, fighter and close air support all in one thing. 420mm and another 4 7.7mm guns, so that they've got a punch. Yeah, that's his deck. And now let's jump over to Großdeutschland. So here we go, this is my deck. I played balanced. Yeah, I've got obviously the Aufklärungspanzer in A and B phase. So not very aggressive, otherwise they would both come in A phase. I've got 2 point slots, so maybe I should have brought this. Might be decent. Yeah, I'm uncertain about this unit a bit. Infantry tab, I've got the Pioneer unit for close quarter combat, the Panzergrenadier as a sort of line infantry, and some AT capabilities here as well, and even more pioneers in A phase. I wonder why I put so many pioneers in A phase. They come in a half track as well, and the leader in B phase. I've got the Flammenwerfers and Panzergranads, no AT capabilities, and then the Sturmgruppe with the Panzerfaust and close quarter stuff. The Sturmgruppe actually is pretty awesome for city fights with the 300 meter range and the assault rifles and the Panzerfaust. I should have brought more of these guys, maybe, instead of a Pioneer unit. And yeah, I'm not sure if that's a good Maverick setup, but otherwise there are not enough infantrymen in A phase. Most of them come vetted. This Pioneer unit even comes double vetted. And the tank type in A phase, I've got the Panzer IV, even a Tiger tank here, 2 Stücks. Then in B phase more Stücks and Pantherführers, and then in C phase some Tiger tanks. In the support tab, I do actually bring this assault gun. It's got heat shells as well. The range obviously is lower for that, but it's actually quite decent. A decent vehicle. I've got the classic setup of 2 sets of machine guns only, heavy machine guns only, 1 vetted in B phase, and for the early, getting flags, the flamethrowers. I didn't bring the Guerrilla, but I came to like the Guerrilla even more in the meantime, so I think the Guerrilla is kind of a must. It's really good against infantry, and if you look at the SDKFZ, which comes at half the price, it also only has like half the ammo type. It's only 75 millimeters compared to 150, and it has accordingly much less bang, less suppression, less blast, less accuracy, less range. Shoots faster though, goes faster as well, has worse optics. That's also to reconsider, because I don't know why actually, because they're both open vehicles. Yeah, they sit a bit higher maybe. Yeah, so maybe I should swap that for the future. Anti-tank tab, classic, some Panzerschrecks, a 250 meter range, 200 millimeter penetration is really good, and packs in pack 40s in A and B phase. Possibly I should bring the Marder, but I think the other Marders are better. But this one actually has APCR shells, so it's a mistake to not bring the Marder 3. To be honest, it's good to conceal them, yeah, but possibly a mistake. The Gerlich gun is really good, low range, but I encountered lots of Pyphians in the meantime, so I think maybe I should give the Gerlich gun another shot. They used a different type of ammunition, I think, and somehow it worked better with lots of penetration, but at the cost of range. Anti-air tab, very classic. ABC, A, it's just a little bit the extraction with the Flak 43, which is also good to take out enemy planes. And then Flak 40s, 41s in B and C phase, not vetted. That's also a mistake. They should be at least single vetted in the current meta, I think. I do have the battery Führers to up-vet them, but still. Then I like the Feldhaubitze 18 for counter battery mainly, and then the mortar vehicle. In the air there's barely anything. There's just the Junkers and the Focke-Wulf, so knowing that I play Großdeutschland, it was actually very good that ManedWolf took out lots of his AA, and yeah, he doesn't need it against Großdeutschland. Okay, now back to the battle. So back on the battlefield, this is the first match between ManedWolf on the left hand side playing first Pancerna on Maverick income against my Großdeutschland in blue on the right hand side with balanced income on Slutsk. As you can see, well, my idea was kind of, Slutsk is a bit open, but you also need good infantry, so I thought I combine, I use the versatility of Großdeutschland to my advantage. Yeah, I I usually you put on this side. Obviously it's a bit better for tanks to go forward here, but also I could counter here with my tanks. As you can see, I bring out an SDKFZ here. ManedWolf has a very weak setup in the south, so he basically just goes for his flank, which I think is a smart move, because lots of fighting usually takes place here in these two cities that are divided, or this city that's divided by a river, and there the action starts. Let's take a look where the units are going to. As you can see, strong deployment in the upper town mainly, some defensive deployment here on the hill in an attempt to push up here, and then a rather defensive deployment in this forest, and over here there's just, okay, he's actually sending his unit to the not to the flag but up the hill. Interesting. And he sends a lot of units in here, including this Morris vehicle. Up here he's got the Morris actually has radio, but he doesn't rely on radio artillery or anything, so yeah. It's actually quite a decent early unit against half-tracks and trucks. Very conservative deployment by me, but mind you, I play on we have the same points at the beginning and I play on balanced. So I can already tell the vision here is poor right now. But it's pushing forward already. Yes. No, it's not. Okay, now it's unloaded. Okay. Could actually stay there. There's some fighting taking place here in a moment, I think. There's a 50 cal, there's a hurricane coming in. I will turn down the volume a little bit, because otherwise the zoomed in noises might be too loud. Now this is a good line of sight, and this should actually give, this Panzergren should give the puck with vision. I have an early AA gun up here, anticipating a move in the north, because there's always something going on here. But there's also a very strong armor heavy push in the middle that I did not anticipate. And as you can see, these Panzergrens, they have no AT capabilities. Only this SDKFZ could do something with heat shells. Instead of bringing in something here, because I don't really know what's going on yet, or know too late, I bring a Stück Führer to back up the pack, so both can shoot down the road with some more veterancy, and there's no way I'm going to win this. I've called in a Stuka. Let's see where it's going to. It's going for the Cromwell. Is it going to be effective? Not at all. It's only falling back. And he will just conquer this hill, I think. And now he calls in reinforcements. It's a very interesting tactic to make an armored push and then follow it up with the faster infantry. That's actually quite smart. I need to copy that at some point and try it out. Now he's got lots of units here as well, including the half-tracks. And this is just an MG SDKFZ. I should withdraw with the Sturmgruppe, but I don't. Now this position is secured, but for what? And against what? Nothing really. He's not pushing here. The Aufklärungspanzer is going north, and I'm now trying to counter with some armored vehicles here. But considering the amount of... Oh, someone took out the Cromwell. I think that was the Stück. Could have vision if I had, or line of sight if I had some vision here from a unit, but I don't, unfortunately. He does, and now they are shooting at each other. Let's see who goes down. 90mm frontal armor against my 90mm. I think I will go down, and I withdraw, but it's too little too late. Yeah, and he's doing such a major push here, and that means I should kind of know that there's not much in the south, so I should move forward with some of these units like the Panzergren, the Aufklärungspanzer, the MG, the SDKFZ, and just Q-move them over here. And put some pressure on him, maybe force him to redirect some of his units, or to resupply here and to give me a breather here in the north, where he's kind of breaking through now. Now this pack is firing, good line of sight, but the Aufklärungspanzer goes down, the Panzer IV won't do much. There's another desperate Stuka coming in. It's being shot at as well. Here we go. Yeah, it goes for the carrier to hamper their vision. And here everything is kind of calm. This is like his major push. And yeah, I bring a Panzerschreck to here because I thought apparently he might come down here with his tanks, so not a good move. And this one goes in, hides in the forest here, which is actually not too bad. Yeah, I think he is taking some heavy toll here, but the pack goes down, and with the pack goes my defense. There's a carrier, I need to deal with the carrier. No movement here from me in the south, which is bad. The north is pretty solidified, look at this. Look, the Cromwell, the half-tracks with vision. 50 cals against infantry, a guy here to give these units vision, a leader. That's a very solid setup. Yeah, the Stuka against these units just doesn't cut it. You need to double Stuka them, or just, you know, spend your points on something else, I think, or go for something like this carrier. Now let's see if the Panzerschreck can actually do something. That would be nice. 2 brave men in the forest. It's like an Operation Flashpoint, and they take out the carrier. That's good. He still has a huge force here. I'm waiting with the Panzer IV here, which I think is the right call, you know, to get some reinforcements first. After all, it's just 1311 and it's just one flag that I'm down, but still I should have pushed here. Yeah, which kind of was the idea with my setup initially at some point, to push in the open ground. The Aufklärungspanzer alone has no chance. It's gone up in flames. There are several Cromwells here, a Crusader AA as well. I didn't notice that it's AA, I think. At least this goes down. I've got some Panzerschrecks at the ready in case he pushes forward. But he's got good vision in here. I take out the Firefly, but the Stug might go down now. And it would be the second Stugführer to go down. And I call in a Tiger. Yeah, I retreat. That's actually good. Take cover. Oh no, I didn't retreat, I redeployed. It's a totally different thing. So Percy goes down. This Panzergrenadier is kind of doing a good job. And the Junkers against the Crusader is kind of helpless. Where's it going for? Oh, and there comes the Spitfire, and that's it. Unfortunately, it missed the Cromwell. That would have been an awesome kill. And I tried to take out his Spitfire with my Focke-Wulf. Now, 41 flag 41 would be good here. To shoot over here as well, maybe, in case something comes along. But I only have them in B phase and C phase. Still everything calm on the northern front. I'm consolidating here. I move the pack through the forest, and he's going into the town and still holding the hill. It's very good, but the Cromwell goes down, and there come some reinforcements. Now this pack is also shooting heavily at these guys, and I've got the Panzerschreck, which now gives vision, which is actually quite cool. And there come 2 Morrises. It doesn't look that bad for me at the moment, despite the points being down, because I killed quite a few of his units. Not sure why I moved the Panzerschreck into line of sight. Unfortunately, this guy is too fast. But it's hardly doing any suppression. It's really weak, actually. So lots of his units have been destroyed, and this is a good moment for a push in the south. And am I pushing in the south? At least I'm preparing a push. I put an MG here to cover that. And he's now probing the city. Because this has kind of been halted, but I'm not following it up with a push. With a counter push. It's also a 6-pounder, and there's a lack of infantry. So I actually should have brought in some infantry and then pushed back while at the same time pushing here. But instead, well, I have only so many points, so I guess all the points went here and possibly into this pack, which is going up here to cut, to interrupt movement through the city. That's not too bad. And I'm still holding this. I tend to lose this position. Now, what am I doing with my Panzer IV here? Yeah, okay, this is apparently to help out in the city, supported by the grants. And some more support for up there, but no counter push. Okay, there's a small push. I discovered the Streltsy, but unfortunately I think I don't unload. Or do I? I do. Good. And as you can see, it took like 2 shots or something, 3 shots, and still here. So I think the Grille is maybe the better call. But he countered with a leader Cromwell here, and I don't have anything to answer to that. But potentially the Panzer IV. What's the penetration? 135. Against, was it 70? 70 mil armor on the front. So that could do the trick. He's sitting here with just 1 unit. I need to do something here, but I don't. And he can easily take out my Tiger with, I think it was the Firefly or the 6-pounder. That's really, really bad. Huge loss. Now the Pak 40 is actually paying off. It will destroy at least this half-track. I can hear a plane or something. Okay, now he's coming with artillery. And that actually has radio, but his, well, his Cromwell here has radio, so still some radio units on the field. It's 13th minute, everything is kind of calm. I don't think I have spotted yet that the AA tank went down, and I'm going for the Firefly, unfortunately, and not one of the anti-tank guns, because this won't do much, I think. Yeah. And there are some more tanks, some Stuks. And now he has the income advantage, and good positioning, and he is now shelling my Pak 40, unfortunately. And resupplying in the north as well. Because he is preparing a push. Do I notice this? I don't know. And this is actually pretty cool because it can move. It's a mobile artillery. So he can shoot and then move. Yeah, and the puck went down, unfortunately. And he still has lots of Fireflies up here. Starting to shoot at my Stuks. And my Stuks can't see him, or can they? No, they can't. Because there's no infantry to back them up, and these Stuks just go down. One retreats, but look at this. a tragedy. Now I bring on the leichte Feldhaubitze and the Batterieführer, so I actually saw that, possibly. And maybe I'm trying to counter here. Unfortunately, he managed to take the hill and I didn't follow through with the push in the south. It was too weak. And yeah, it was fruitless. At least I've got this flag back with some house jumping here, I think. Back to a 1311. But I need to secure one flag because he's got this flag down here. It's a good attack line for this player, actually. In particular with armored vehicles. Now I guess the Feldhaubitze is on counter battery, not sure. He continues to shell me. He's shelling this position down here. The Stück actually saw the Strelzy. Panzer IV is shooting as well. The MG starts to shoot. Yeah, not quite. Pinned down. And why not follow up on this? Get up on that hill. Secure this entire field with some tanks up here. And Aufklärungstank as well. Now, what are you shooting at? Yeah, you're shooting at this. That's counter battery stuff now. Comes with the ammunition. I should move the ammunition a bit away from the leichte Feldhaubitze. Let's see if that hits anything. And this is actually, I think, supposed to serve a dual purpose as an AA, but also to shoot down this road. Yeah, he's got this flag safely again. No push here, everything calm. I don't know what I'm doing here. Or what I was doing. Here come some shells. Far, far away from the target. And they even have a commander next to them, so they are now double vetted. I have a Batterieführer here. I was trying to give veterancy to these units and these. Yeah, that's so far off, it's incredible. Another puck, why? I had to cover this, because I was worried about a push here. You have to consider he has the income advantage right now. Yeah, I should have gone for the 17 pounder, that might have helped, and now my second goes down, and I'm trying to lure him towards my flak positions. That's why I took this band, but it doesn't pay off because my plane goes down and his doesn't. Still no movement here. Classic mistake. And yet again a defensive setup. This is for anti-infantry, this is for anti-tank purposes, because I was worried about a push here. The Feldhaubitze is being shot at, I'm withdrawing it now. No damage to these dudes. Lots of misses here. They are actually pretty awesome. And they even have AP shells. This is like really good. Sexton, a really good unit, I think. Now he's pushing successfully because my Pak 40 does not manage to shoot down the truck. That's a tragedy. And he's smoking the position here. Yeah, and still no push here, nothing's moving, I'm not really doing anything. The Panzerführer It's not like he's going to save the day alone. The flak is now actually shooting. But not really killing that much. The Panzer goes down to the Firefly. 170 penetration. And the flak does not change target. Now it does. I might be able to take one down at least. No. So close. Okay, one goes down. Poor pilot. Only doing his duty. Now the road is blocked. Still falling back. No anti fire. And I bring in mortars. I don't know why. He's coming here, shelling my position. And yeah, this mosquito might go down. But he might manage to suppress my Flak 41 on time. There's his second Crusader. How did that get away? Just disappeared in the middle of the map. Will he get to it because the flag is pinned down? I think he might. I'm trying to kill him. That's possibly a mistake. Now I'm retreating. And it can shoot backwards because of the forest. That's the disadvantage of the position. The mortar ain't doing anything really. And he's now continuously shelling my positions. Plane goes down. That I think was his plane. 1410, and we are now in my income phase. It's 155 against 80. And almost 17 minutes to defeat. So what I need to do now is take a flag back. But he's got a huge amount of units in this central position. Also, the north is kind of secured, but there's nothing in the south. Nothing. Well, hardly anything. Obviously, he gives them radio coverage with these units, I think. 1.5 kilometers, yeah. He gives radio coverage, so that's actually good. Very good positioning. So they can get the corrected shot. And they apparently never run out of ammo. And I'm just standing here being shot at instead of moving forward. And I bring lots of defensive AA. I don't know why. 1, 2. Stupid. And some tanks. Maybe I'm preparing a push. I don't know. Can't recall. It looks a bit odd to me. Because what I need is tanks and infantry in the south. That's what I need. This is solidified enough. And I've got my reinforcement lines here. I could do something about it. But the flags I need to go for are these flags. These. Oh, the Firefly goes down to the Panther. And this city is now very, very secure. Lots of units in there. Now this brave Sturmpionier will go down as well. Will he take the Streltsy with him? Possibly not. No. And now instead of acting, I am reacting. Obviously that's a good position with the Flak 43 and the Flak 41 to react. And now this is just desperate shelling with a mortar. This thing is back to counter battery fire finally. And there comes the supply truck. These Saxon units are awesome. I need to check out which decks have the Saxon units. Still no push or anything here. The Panzer IV went down without doing much. Now even here in the north my position is kind of weak. Without AT capabilities here. Well, the Flak 41 a bit. Okay, I'm finally moving a bit. Not much. Lots of Stuks here, the Panther here. What are they doing? Instead, I bring another Flak to secure that position. This is so stupid. It most likely it will even get shot down on its way. Can the Stuk do anything against that amount of units? Maybe take out one if I get lucky, but I don't. So the push through the light forest with Reckon and tanks destroys all the waiting units here, basically, and eliminates any threat that could have come from this position. Everyone else here is still chilling while the next Flak gets shelled. There's some counter battery fire. It's just not good. He's not even heavy on airplay, so I don't know why. I guess I bring them as like a dual purpose gun or something. But at least I position it here because I've noticed that this is too dangerous. So it might get some kills actually. And I react with Panzerschrecks as well against all the armor I've spotted. Not sure if they will make it. This is shooting into nothing. No, maybe at the crumble there. Okay. Yeah. Finally, these units are moving as well. It's still, the clock is ticking, 11 minutes on the clock. I need to take out some units. And now they won't get past the Sherman with its MGs. Or will they? No. Well, ish. One almost made it. Well, one made it. Is it going to take out the Sherman? Yes. And now it wants to take out the Cromwell. Now comes his Air Force and they will try to bomb them down. And I've got the good positions here, but not where I need them. The desperate fighter is coming out. Okay, I can deter his mosquitoes. That's pretty good. And actually take out quite some Cromwells. But now he's pushing at the same time, pinning that down. The Stuks are coming to the party as well. There's a push here with my armored vehicles and some supporting infantry. Oh, the 17-pounder taking out the Panther. That's a heavy loss. Yeah, and they are too close to each other as well. Okay, now I have vision on them. Minus 59 now, double ticking. He's double ticking me because of this flag. And with these few Stuks, the flag went down. I don't think this can be stopped. Also, this is way too late because he's got a decent position, but the number of armored vehicles has gone down significantly. But with the double tick, it's now very difficult. Now I have them just desperately rushing through here. And the mortars are shelling the 17-pounder, but also to no avail. Even though it should be a corrected shot, right? At least the next one should be. Well, it's pinned down, so that's good. shooting at the Firefly. Oh, the driver got killed. Come on, there are 2 Stuks and a Tiger. Yeah. Thing is, there's no flag. The flags are here in the town. But I needed to take this position. Down goes the Stuk, but the Achilles as well. There comes some infantry. And they're just standing here and doing nothing. But I think they could have done something together with some infantry vision. And there's also a Stuk here that I could have moved. Or should have moved. And they are not out of shells, but they are doing nothing. The infantry here is chilling. More infantry is coming in here, but it gets destroyed by the 6-pounder. One got destroyed and the other one will get destroyed too. Oh no, quick unload. It's really bad. Yeah, and this one I did unload. Now the Panzer, Aufklärungspanzer against the 6-pounder, how's that gonna end? Okay, I'm shelling them, that's actually good. But unfortunately the tank is shooting at these units and not... Okay, now it's redirecting fire. That was actually quite good. But the whole position here is still held by him. So that was my downfall, or will be my downfall, I think. Yeah, and that this push is too late. And also not enough units in here, in particular not enough infantry. It's only just over 1 minute left. Counter battery didn't work to my advantage. Maybe this leichte Feldhaubitze is just shite. I think SK-18 is the better one. Yeah, they don't get scratched at all or anything. It's just frustrating. I think these Sextons are like hero units in this. We will see the statistics later. I bring some more tanks here to push through this forest and get this flag. But it's only 44 seconds left. My units are still here, but they are not moving. They need to move towards this. The Panzer is moving. They don't have AT capabilities. Move a little bit more. Come on, 27 seconds. Move. He is moving, but I'm not getting the flag. And the Panzer IV goes down. To what does it go down? To the Achilles, presumably. And that was actually it. Or maybe, yeah, the Achilles maybe. Now it's 14-10. The breakthrough worked here with heavy armed forces, but too late. And there will be quite some losses, I believe. But it's only a few seconds left. So here we go, GG. Congratulations to ManedWolf. Very well played. Kind of an even KD. I should have defended better and played better, and then used my income to my advantage, which I didn't sufficiently. Even though I did actually get the first kill, Mr. Carding I did. Let's take a look at the units. Are there any hero units? This Firefly 1C is like a nightmare. Look at this Tigerführer, SDKFZ, Pioneer, Stuk, Panzerschreck, Panzer IV, Pack. The Sexton actually only took out 2 units here, but the Pack 40 and a Panzer IV. And this Sexton took out the Stuk and the Flak, so they paid for themselves, I guess. Not sure how much they cost, actually. Sherman here was decent in the forest. Yeah, do I have any hero units? The Flak 43 killed 3 airplanes, so that's good. And this Pack 40 did a good job. That was early on, I think. Stück 3, okay-ish. Pack 40, okay-ish. The Tiger, okay. MG42 did a good job. The Panzerführer didn't pay for himself. This Stück 3 surely did. This Aufklärungspanzer as well. But I think the guy got killed. Right on Lurzel. Let's take a look. Yeah, he did get killed by the Achilles. Yeah, so that's this match. Thanks a lot for watching. Until then, bye for now.